Hello! My name's Logan. I'm a dungeon master. These are all my friends. And this is Virtually Heroes, which is a show slash stream slash podcast, but mostly a game where I take the people that spend the most time on a regular basis with me and make them wish they didn't. Um, Hold it. Wait for it. Wait.
What are we waiting for?
Not you. You guys aren't waiting. The audience is waiting. Yeah. Annabelle Martin, who are you? What do you do? What do you play? Push to talk.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to turn your.
I was waiting for you to take that big bite.
My teeth hurt. My name is Annabelle. I play a tiefling of Glacia, Soul Knife Rogue with 1 level and Hexblade Warlock, and she assassinates people and sometimes fails to assassinate people.
That is a precise measure of that character. Brian Roberts, who are you? What do you do? What do you play?
I'm Brian. I play Jack Huldegam Flintbelt, which is a druid and recently acquired ranger. He's pretty cool. He's about to be master of the beasts, and yeah, he's going to be pretty much control of everything around him that's alive. And he also fucks shit up.
Yeah, worth noting that he is a toad giant constrictor snake bastard and will fall before me relatively soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. Don't get ahead of yourself. As soon as we do the what do you remember about last session? Don't worry. I got it on lock.
Daniel, who are you? What do you do? What do you play?
Hi, I'm Daniel Sanders. I play Cerberus Lenagoth, a high elf wizard fighter, who is a partially unwilling time wizard at this point. I'm also somewhat Harry Potter with a shittier English accent. I like to fight. I shock things and blow balls up, I guess.
Blow balls. I blow balls up. Jordan, who are you? What do you do? And who do you play?
Hello, I am Jordan Robinson. I play Zafarius Cyanidel, the clunk, as I lovingly deemed the other day, cleric monk. I cook things, think about things, I hit things. Yeah, that's about it.
You do so something that you never say that you do that you definitely do is you pray about things a lot.
Oh, I meditate on things. Yeah.
Which is kind of like thinking about things but with assistance.
Yeah.
So very recently, the group or party decided to take on the second mission. We've been playing for months. 4 days have passed in game, and they're on their second quest. Because Dungeons and Dragons, where a week can last 5 minutes, but 6 seconds can last an hour. What do you guys remember from your time down in the sewers? Starting with the person who definitely made a face like, I don't know what I remember. Annabelle Martin, if you would like to begin.
We went into the sewers and we killed a big shit monster.
Shambling mound.
I wasn't sure if it was a shambling mound or not because the image that you used for the like mini, very large mini, in game looked a little bit more threatening than the shambling mounds that I've seen, so I was not sure about it. Anyway, yeah, a big shitting mound, and also an Ankeg. We fought an Ankeg, and we ripped its carapace off of it to make armor later. And we found that it had eggs, and we took its eggs. And what else did we take? We got a lot of shit last time, and that's really what I remember more than anything is the shit that we got.
Gotcha. Jordan, top 3 things you remember from last session.
Let's see. Top three things. Yeah, that Onkeg tried to, take me out, but I managed to zap it with inflict wounds and teleport away. That was pretty fun. The first time I used my teleport spell. I got shit on, which the lovely Arondi, prestidigitationed off, which was great. And yeah, Brian coming in clutch
Not
with
not
some.
even not even animal shit. It was fresh, humanoid, straight from the latrine onto your head.
Yeah, we're just not gonna talk about it. It's fine.
I'm
She
sure
got rid
that
of it.
I'm sure that someone who hasn't seen the stream, they heard you say I got shit on, they were like, "Man, he died in combat," or like he got really beat up. Nope.
Oh yeah, okay. So I have to clarify. Yeah, in the sewers, fresh as the Logan said. Shit on my head. It's okay. The dragon's with me. It's fine. Uh, but yeah, last thing was Brian coming in clutch with some summon animals and a disturbed dungeon master. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I will forever keep that clip of me just Brian saying, "Okay, my animals are dead. Well, I summon more animals," and I'm just like, um, Daniel, who are you? Or no, not who are you? What do you do? What do you play? What do you remember from last session? Top three things. Let's go.
Okay, so most of it's been covered. I'm just gonna say Jack's OP MVP. So those are two. And then also Zelfarius loaned out his little. I guess you called it a little snake totem, I think.
Oh yeah, it's a figurine of wondrous power. It's a serpentine owl.
Yeah, you loaned that out to me to research a little bit. So I'm looking forward to maybe finding the word of power. Fingers crossed. Other than that, I think everything on my end's been covered, except shambling mound, covered in shit, toadstool. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Brian, what do you remember from last session?
Yeah, so I don't know, not really, anything crazy really. Just two pretty cool giant toady boys who were really strong and took a lot of damage and grappled and made sure that the enemies could not move and do anything. So that was pretty cool. I remember, yeah, and then jumping a giant constrictor shrike, but I'm not going to be redundant here. And then third, I remember getting the moon sickle, which is pretty cool. I'm really interested in that. I'm gonna, look into that because it looks like because it was a very well made moon sickle, pretty nice item. And why was it in a fucking shit monster in the sewers? Right? Questions? Huh? Answers? I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah. And since I don't often talk about what I remember, I will instead talk about what I learned. And the lesson learned is that one should be wary of druids who can create creatures that have twice as much health as the rogue. A piece. That's all.
Ooh, to that. Also, I just want to pat the party on the back because we did good. We worked well together. It flowed really
You
good
guys
for
did a
our
really
first.
good job.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Love you guys so much.
It's okay. You guys are gonna at some point come up with some huge convoluted plan, and without cheating or adapting to your plan, I'm gonna have everything written out beforehand. Nothing's gonna go correctly. I'm gonna kill you all. Finally. And then
Sounds about right.
Then I'm gonna have to pay for new art for new characters. So that being said, let us go ahead and participate in some Durgans de Dargans. It's early morning. Go figure. You guys slept. Zell, you have a pretty big day ahead of you. Brian, or not Brian, Jax has a day ahead of him. As I would assume, Jax starts most days with many plans and many opportunities. Cerberus, you have problems ahead of you, waiting to be solved, kind of perpetually. And Arandi, you have pressing matters to attend to before your group leaves the city. If you want to survive and not draw the ire of the criminal syndicate you have wrapped yourself in. So, it's morning. You all roll out of your various beds provided to you by your host of Muckhill Manor. It sounds like there's some construction downstairs, some moving of boards and things of that nature. But yeah, the day is yours.
All right. Well, I
Push to talk, buddy.
I am. Am I not? Hello.
Oh,
It went
there
off.
you go.
We heard I and then nothing.
Oh, sorry. Are we in Muckhill Manor? Or I know I am, right?
You all are, yeah. You've all stayed the night at Muckhill Manor.
Cool. I want to get up and go maybe upstairs to check on Cricket and Beauty, and just make sure everybody's safe and sound.
Okay. You head up the incredibly rickety, narrow tower with these like boards and nails hanging out at uncomfortable directions. You get to the top. Beauty is doing a strange dance with Cricket. No, Beauty is alone and seems to be asleep, kind of hanging one arm, like almost half her body is off the bed. Her hand and her really long fingers are like laying on the floor, just snoring. You'd think with a nose that long, that wouldn't be a problem. Apparently not conducive to the internal sinus situation. It's this foot long nose. But yeah, just sawing logs. Cricket is gone, and Cricket is normally gone during the day and comes back at night.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to. I think Zafarius is the one who has the connection at the blacksmith, I believe. Is that right?
That would be correct if it's the blacksmith I'm thinking of.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna go to Zafarius, and if he's up, if Zafarius is up, say, hey, Zafarius, yeah. So I got this, as you know, this moonsicle, and looks pretty nicely made. I know you have a connection, right? And and the blacksmith. Maybe that person could take a look at it.
Yes, it's very possible that she could. Yeah, we can go and see if she can uh look it over and be able to tell you more about it.
Aye.
Where is everybody else? Are they up yet?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen anybody. Let's go check.
Both of you just turn and look at Cerberus, who's like laying in the bed. I assume that Zell and Cerberus have a bed, since I think only one of the rooms has been renovated to sleep in, outside of the room that Jack stays in.
That's right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and I would probably just be cross-legged on the bed at this point, reading something.
Oh yeah, me get up way early because we only need 4 hours. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm in the room with you guys.
And it should be noted too. I've found since the last time that we played, not last game but last campaign, that 4 hours is 4 hours of unconsciousness. You do still have to take the remaining 4 hours of an 8-hour rest period with basic inactivity. So you can't like get up 4 hours early and go do stuff. You still have to like rest.
Gotcha. Quick thing. In that 4 hours, could I have tried to focus on that necrotic energy I felt and see if there's a source,
Sure.
like a point?
Like an item or like
That or like on my person, like both. See
Sure.
if I can.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Whew, this would be hard. Roll an Arcana or Medicine check, whatever you're proficient in.
I'm proficient in neither.
Okay, then roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Can I give him my modifier?
He was doing it before you got up, technically.
Oh, true.
That is. Ooh, can I guide myself?
Sure.
I mean, it's not gonna make a difference because I rolled 4.
Watch yourself.
Hey, +4 is an 8.
Sure. You're not aware of it. It doesn't seem to be present. You feel normal. You didn't notice it before that meditation, and after that meditation ended, you're not really aware of it now. You concentrate on it really hard, maybe try and get the headache to come back. Nada.
Weird. I don't like it. Okay.
So, we have Cerberus and Jax and Zell all in a room. Arandi, where are you?
That depends on the answer to my next question, which is what exactly did my contract say again as far as meeting that one dude?
You are supposed to meet a contact outside of the Dry Apples Tavern
When?
today.
Does it have a time?
No.
Alright. Then I will be asleep.
Okay. Where?
Just somewhere on the second level. Just
Okay.
end of the hallway.
All right.
So I think I saw Randy before I went to bed, just kind of making sure everybody made it in last night. Did you two sleep well?
Aye.
Yeah, not really.
Everything okay with you? You do seem a bit off since the other day.
Just usual shite, I guess. Just kind of looking forward to getting out of the city, really.
All right. Well, what time of day is it at this point?
It's probably slightly before sunrise, so maybe like 6-7 o'clock.
Oh, so I got a lot of time. Okay. My exam isn't 6-7. Isn't for another 4 hours or so. Yeah. What are you all getting into today before we leave?
I am going to get this sickle checked out and then maybe make some final preparations before we leave.
Myself, I might see about hitting the library up again. Might look for a couple clues on whatever this thing is. And then I'm holding the little totem.
Yeah. I believe that's how Von Stein got here. I've seen one of these before. If memory serves, it's some kind of figurine of power. I believe it can transform into a giant owl. But again, I don't know the power word to activate it, so...
Well, I'll see what I can find out. I also probably gonna drop off this egg. I don't. They've probably got a ton of them, but they. I hate people driving by my apartment.
This large shambling boar-like creature just moves past the front of Muck Hill Manor and leaves a big turd on the porch.
But they've got pens and animals. They might be interested. The hell they might buy it.
That's true. Oh, I did get 45 gold from the meat that we harvested from the Ankeg. So, yeah, that was nice the other day in the market.
On that note, I'm probably gonna pop up out of bed, throw on my cloak, and I'll just kind of nod to him back. All right, guys, I'll be back before we have to leave, and I'm gonna peace out the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch him. So it's like me and him outside the door. Oh, hey, if you could, you should try and research the name Marius. See if you can find out anything about that family. I know it's an old family name. I can't really remember much about them, but
A point of note here is that it was Marius Orluk.
Orluk.
Orluk
I
would
knew
have
I
been
was
the
missing.
Orluk would have been the family name.
Orluk. Thank you. I knew I was missing because I only wrote Marius. I'm like, that seems like a first name, but
It's okay. I've been trying the last week to remember what the first name was because I don't take notes because I'm a bad DM. So
hey, I got you. It's all good. Orluk. Sorry. Marius is his first name, but that was the Shave Grade quest, and I remember that name, the Orluk name, but I can't remember much about the family. So, if you happen to stumble across it,
Yeah, that's no problem. I can do that. Probably don't. Name sound familiar? That's what I thought. Yeah, I can see. I'm only gonna spend a couple minutes at the library, but yeah, I'll definitely try to find something.
all right. And then I kind of like take him by the shoulder, and I just look at him like real serious. Are you sure you're okay? Just between you and me, like, I don't know. I heard some things the other day. I'm not quite sure what I heard, and I'm, again, not trying to press too much. You're not alone. That's all. If you need someone to talk to or someone to help, I'm here.
I appreciate it. It's been a rough couple of days. I will say that. But I just really had to have a talk with myself, I guess. And I'll slap him on the shoulder.
I'll word it. Is he? Nah, never mind. I'll leave it alone.
all
I was
right,
gonna say, can I insight check him? But yeah, it's fine.
both of you take 50 XP. As Cerberus, you have to step over Morandi to walk downstairs because she fell asleep on the stairs, is where I've decided.
I thought I said I fell asleep at the end of the hall, though.
The stairs are at the end of the hallway.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. So I'm basically gonna follow him, head to the blacksmith. Then, yeah.
Can I roll
Yeah.
a perception check to see if any of this shit wakes me up then?
I mean, you can elect to wake up.
Oh, yeah,
was just
then
about
I
to
would
wake
like to
you up.
wake up, like, just after he, like, steps over me, and I'll just kind of, like, watch all of that shit happen.
So, Arandi wakes up as Cerberus steps over her, doesn't move, and watches as the rest of you have to step over her too.
Should we? It's fine. We'll let her sleep.
I just like kick her as I walk a step over, like kick her a little bit.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab. Is he the last one down?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab his boot, like, just as he kicks and, like, tries to step over. I'm just gonna.
All right, I fall down the stairs, I guess.
I mean, are you still moving, or do you stop when you feel your boot get caught? Push to talk.
If I am stepping over and she like gets that boot, I'm falling. Like I don't think you can.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that mean I have to make one too?
Yes, it does.
11.
19.
Okay, so, Zoe, you hear the tumbling sound and immediately put a hand on each banister and, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme up off of the stairs as the dwarf rolls underneath you. Jax, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you land with a thump at the bottom of the stairs.
It was a. I'm sorry. It was a joke. I apologize.
Arundi kind of gives you a look and then falls back asleep at the top of the stairs.
I just look between the two of them. All right.
I just like shamefully get up and walk out the door.
Okay. You guys are really good about splitting the party. I can't wait to leave the fucking city. We'll start with Cerberus. You're heading to the colloquium?
I am indeed.
Alright. You enter, as usual. Mildred is there by the door where he always is. And he is in conversation with another familiar figure. It's the woman you met when you first came here.
The daughter of Von Stein.
Yeah, this is Delver von Stein.
I'll kind of stay back. I don't want to interrupt their conversation. I will make it known that I'm standing there so they don't they don't think I'm eavesdropping on a conversation. I guess I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, they both give you a nod, finish their conversation quickly, and then Von Stein actually comes up to you. Says, "I've heard you've enrolled in classes. It's good to have you. When are you starting?"
I was actually speaking with, I believe his name was Orion. I plan to start. I'm going out with with my party to Gresham, most likely. So probably about 5 weeks from now.
Oh, very good. We look forward to seeing what you accomplish here. Did you ever find anything else about your were-rat problem?
No. Well, we personally didn't run into any were-rats. Not sure if anybody did. We've kind of put to bed a couple of these the cases at the Adventurers Guild, but honestly, no luck.
Oh, well, very well. If there's anything I can be of help with, feel free to let me know. And I'll...
Actually,
yes.
Yes. I'll look around, make sure I don't want to get her in trouble. I'm like, hey, you know the room you showed me last time I was here with you?
Yes.
I was wondering if you'd be interested in this, and I'm just gonna hold up the little Ankeg egg.
Okay. She takes it from you. Yes. Are you making a donation or a sale?
Well, for this time, new student, haven't even started class. This one will be a donation.
Very well. We look forward to studying these. We don't get larval offspring very often, so it should be interesting to see the rate in which they develop to add to our records. Did you have any vested interest in this, or the information about this creature, or just happenstance?
More happenstance. I was honestly wanting to make a good first impression, so I figured it's information I don't really need, but you guys might be interested in.
Well, you've certainly made a good first impression with me, coming in with a severed finger, and the incarceration of my father is of particular note. But yes, thank you for this. If you come across any more, I'm sure we'd be happy to perhaps give you a discount on tuition, or pay you in some way. The way of the Arcanists here is normally the currency of favors, if you will. So it may be less monetary and more but we look forward to receiving more donations in the future.
Thank you. If you excuse me, not to be rude, and I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Man,
I'm
it's
gonna walk
so
over to.
hot that you gave me a severed finger and incarcerated my father.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like she. That's like she says it like, oh, thank you, good impression. But in my brain, I'm just like, she's gonna kill me.
Oh, she gonna kill you in bed.
So you head over to Mildit.
Yeah, and I don't want to like leave her rude. I'm just thank you, excuse myself, go over to him.
She excuses you and turns and goes about her business.
I walk up to him. Evening or morning, I should say. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing quite well, Master. How have you been this past day? You were here yesterday, I believe, or the day before.
Yeah, everything's kind of blending together.
It's been a busy week.
Yes. I was wondering if you might be able to help me out with something.
Anything for you?
Do you happen to know if the library contains any information on like figurines of power, or a ledger of names around the nation?
I could potentially look, but those are rare artifacts, I believe. The last person to bring one into the colloquium was Ilga's father, actually. Was a sort of tiny thing, but I can definitely take a look for you. Is there anything else while I'm going through the archives that you need me to look for?
No, if I could find that information, that'd be very helpful.
Very well. I will do what I can. That being said, Mildit, essentially, depending on how long you wait, Mildit will come back or not. If it takes him longer to find it, the maximum that it'll take him to locate information in the archive is 4 hours. So if you want to wait the 4 hours and see if anything comes up, you can. If you want to leave him to his research, you can, or it might take less time, depending. So how long are you willing to wait for?
Would I be able to lead a search alongside, like maybe not with him, but split off and do my own?
Yeah, sure.
In that case, I will do so. I'll wait as long as how many hours do we have before we're supposed to leave?
So you have about 4 hours until Zalfarius' exam begins. So you assume you have about 5 or 6 hours before you have to leave.
In that case, I will stay the full 4.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll an investigation check on your own.
We're at the library now, right?
Did you go with Cerberus? Because I thought he
No,
left
not
on
me. I'm sorry, not me. I meant Cerberus.
Yes.
The library?
Yes.
And that's an 18 on investigation.
Okay. There are, you find information on a number of figures of power. Typically, their command words that are given to them by the creator. They're constructs. Or they're constructed artifacts normally made by wizards. This word seems to be either a given name or an actual, like, physical command to perform an action. However, you don't find specifics on the name itself. You do find a number of names for different figures of power and things of that nature.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, it's gonna be. It's kind of like guessing someone's password to get into their computer.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. If that's the case, depending on how much time I have, I will switch over to researching von Stein himself.
Okay. That's not super hard. Von Stein was a student. He was originally from I have a map on my desktop. I just can't see it because of things. Hold on. Yeah. Farther away. He moved here from a place called Kjarn. or he traveled to the Empire from Kjarn. He does have a variety of notes on his motives. There's record of him having traveled here to aid in his country's sort of oppression and the invasion of the Scalese. But he traveled to the Gwinian Empire specifically to look at how the Second Age kind of happened, that age of oppression where the Circle took over and warlocks began kind of essentially farming the bodies of citizens and individuals to provide armies and things like that. It doesn't seem to be he didn't seem to be specifically concerned with how that ended, more how it rose. And his initial speciality was in transmutation, but was found to be proficient in and an extensive practitioner of unlawful necromantic activity. He was, instead of being incarcerated, he was banished to the Wastes, which is kind of a standard process for unlawful magical practices and things of that nature that don't necessarily affect the living. Things like using enchantment or illusion to modify the minds or the wills of living people, that's considered punishable by death. But the destruction and desecration of graves and the bodies of the dead is a lower crime in the Empire. At least those are mostly just considered bodies, and the soul is ferried away by Ulmir. So it was to a lesser extent this was an issue. So he was moved to a more essentially more remote, more dangerous location. It was anticipated that he wouldn't survive because of the things that live out there. The only other thing that you find of note, he did have an estate, kind of an extensive a home, and a son and daughter, to which the estate was left. About 4 years before his banishment, his son disappeared. But he was investigated and found like unrelated to that incident. He was actually concerned and led a lot of that investigation himself. So, guys are getting into the meat of the story now.
Does it have his son's name?
It does. His son's name was Frederick. Frdrik.
And because I'm horrible with names, I've met his daughter. What's her name again?
Ilya. Ilya.
Gotcha. Just as a quick little experiment, hold up. Who's their mother? Does it have that?
It probably would. I haven't named her. What goes good with Von Stein? We'll call her Miriam. No, his wife died around the time that Ilya joined the colloquium, when she became an adult, essentially. So lived through most of their lives, contracted some kind of illness or something.
Okay. That's very interesting. So I'm gonna revisit the Orluk name later, and I apologize, Jordan, because of this.
No, you're getting into shit. Do it.
I'm gonna take out the figurine first off, and
Okay.
I'm going to speak his children's name to it.
Okay. As soon as you say Frederick, it does what it's supposed to do. So Jordan, in the middle of the library, if you would like to tell Daniel what he's unleashed.
Okay, so the figurine begins to kind of like vibrate, and this kind of translucent, almost mist seems to swirl around it, and you almost have to like toss it away from you as it erupts into this huge translucent purple and blue sparkling giant owl that is now sitting in front of you.
I'm gonna have the appropriate response of "Holy shit!"
I believe that is. Yeah, hopefully there's enough space. Is there enough space, DM? Because if not,
No,
it
it's
will.
a library.
Okay, so yeah, if not, it won't. If there's not enough space, it won't become the creature.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There is enough space to the side of you. So as it begins to coalesce and move, it does get shunted into. So the center of the Lazarite Colloquium is a double helix of staircases, kind of like a DNA strand that go up 3 or 4 floors. And in the center of this double helix staircase, this enormous this blue and purplish giant owl kind of flares its wings out and then like rests on the ground and folds them. You don't see, but you hear and the scurrying of a long-limbed librarian desperately trying to scramble beneath his desk as what you can only assume to be Mildit is almost squashed under what he perceives to be a giant owl.
Shit! Sorry!
I assume you found your answer!
Yes!
Then I will stop looking!
Oh, is the owl just looking at me?
Yeah.
And sorry, I should add, it becomes like once it reaches its full form, it becomes like real, like you can
tangible.
touch it. Yeah, tangible.
It's no longer this like weird ethereal thing.
Is this like a actual creature, like once it's out, or is it still like a fae?
It is an actual creature. That's why I added that little addendum. So yeah.
Temporarily.
It lasts 8 hours, and then it can't be used again for 2 days once you use it.
Yeah. As this thing comes to rest, at first it looks like a large barn owl. Once it kind of becomes tangible, there are a number of things about this that are unusual. The first of which is that it has, I don't know if you're very familiar with owls, it has an extra toe. The barring in its feathers, instead of it being like a normal pattern, each one of the bars in its flight feathers looks like an eye, almost like a peacock sort of pattern, but in these golds and browns and blacks. Its face is flat and white, but it does have this sort of crest that comes down, and in the center of the forehead there's another sort of peacock-like pattern that is this sort of jade green, almost like a pearlescent shimmer to that barring. It's not bright, it's not reflective, it doesn't emit light, but as the brown kind of moves, you can see this sort of green reflection in the center of it. And you hear mentally this voice sort of, it would be booming if it weren't in your mind. As it is in your mind, it is not painful, it is not loud, but it is resonant, it is deep. Not ancient sounding, like one might assume a dragon, but the only way I can describe it is it is present. And I'm gonna do a thing real quick. I'll be right back.
It's so cool. I'm so happy you figured out the freaking word. I thought we wouldn't be able to figure it out. I was like, oh.
I was torn. I was like, okay, is Von Stein, he's obviously fucked up, but was he fucked up before or after events happened? So I was like, would he be attached enough to give it a name of power that has to do with his family?
Makes sense. I don't think he's all bad. I think he's shrouded in something. But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it definitely seems like both Orokus and him, because like one guy said that I don't think we truly know about what we don't know about. They're the same. They're two sides of the same coin, but there's someone tossing the coin.
Yeah. Agreed.
I really hope I can shove it back into the figurine, because I don't want him to get mad at me if I leave him in here for 8 hours.
Let me read it again.
We might not.
Yeah, you can. So if it drops to 0 hit points, it reverts, or you can revert it by speaking the action word again while touching it.
Okay, cool. I'll have a conversation with the bird and then touch him.
Tell me all the things of the world.
You know what I immediately thought of? Library, giant owl, the spirit on Avatar, the giant owl spirit.
Yes. Oh my god. Me and you are just on the same plane today. I love it.
Well, he's also a barn owl.
That's true. Yeah.
He's also a barn owl, yeah.
I'm so happy. We have a giant owl. I can't wait to use him.
I did not think I'd guess the command word on the first guess.
This is why I give things to you. It's okay. Yeah,